Tyron Woodley, the top contender, is 5 years older at 38. As mentioned, Gilbert Burns 1 inch taller, but the sizable reach advantage of 3 inches belongs to Tyron.
Officially 170 and 1/2 pounds. In 21 professional fights, his record is tall. Also weighing in officially 170 and 1/2 pounds, his professional record.
This fight clock is brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the U.S. Minus 150. Gilbert Burns in the green, an underdog at plus 1.
No time. Maybe he's trying to force Tyron back.
On the numbers there, Woodley minus 160. Can't be off by feeling out process.
Oh, jeez! Burns on. Burns on his back.
Man, is this it for Burns?
No!
Woodley surviving here through the early going.
Full mount
for
against the Jiu-Jitsu world champion.
And you can't give your back. You can't give your back as a wrestler. Normally, you want to give your back.
Hurt, he's wobbled, but Tyron's experienced. He's been here many, many times. Looks like he's getting his company.
Who is just a phenomenal striker now, as well as a great jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Daniel.
Yeah.
Wrestlers do the same thing, but the downward pressure is just phenomenal.
Not slipping all over the place. And Tyron's
Wow,
cutting.
look at he's opened up.
Looks like a bad cut, too.
He's in full mount still.
The cut is on the now it's one-arm guillotine time for Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, he's not under the chin, though. He's got to get the hand on.
Jeez, Bisbee.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Okay, listen. Got revenge.
Elbow coming down from Burns.
No, that's easy. Yeah.
Heavy ground pressure here from Burns.
Just an awful start for Tyron Woodley, but it's not how you start, it's how you...
On top position, hurt Tyron this, and he's done it your whole life. He can do this for as long as it takes.
Yeah, for the... Why he doesn't sit up and just rain strikes. When you do that, that gives Tyron the... That, though. Wow, that was
Woodley's
impressive.
out.
That's a lot of power.
To the feet, under 2 minutes to go. First of 5 possible rounds.
That was great to Gilbert Burns for all that time.
You know, but that's what just happened over the stroke. He didn't expect to get drops. He didn't expect a huge cut open.
The ultimate equalizer, too. You got to remember that. If he can land that right hand, he can put anybody.
He's doing the thing that he does. He's skating by the cage.
I mean, Gilbert Burns looks phenomenal.
Hey, Gilbert looks incredible. They weighed, squared up against each other before the fight. He looks huge.
Been a little bit bigger, but it's not affecting anything in this fight to this point.
Since March of 2019, when he took on Kamaru Usman.
Hang said kick, and then he kind of feinted with the right hand. And then I think it was another heavy body kick.
Wow, body kick and a nice left hook.
About the last fight, he said he just wasn't there. So he may be trying. The cut man can do a real good job if you're the corner of Tyron Woodley, because that is a nasty.
And I was going to say it's 1 round, right? You got 4 more rounds. Sit down, shake it off, get some breath.
Yeah.
Cut. That's bad. That's bad.
Open.
That's going to bleed out. He can doubt himself. It's not good.
Leaping right hook there to start the...
And that explosion right there, as you said, Daniel, he's got that equalizer. He's got that one.
Woodley.
Guys, his coach just told him to just reset. He goes, okay, I'll reset. It'll be on Burns now to go back.
Cut on the left eyebrow certainly doesn't look good, but it's not really bleeding.
Looks like it's going to be a kickboxing match. A fake with a jab and then a shoot in for the legs.
Rolling the center of the octagon here 1 minute into the second round. Exactly what Dean Thomas and Duke Rufus asked for from Tyron Woodley.
This is so high here. You see both guys, they've got a lot of respect for one another. Obviously, Gilbert sent the message with that combination a minute ago saying, hey, listen, buddy, you better be waiting for the right moment to explode and close the distance.
The way Gilbert changes his level, he never gives Tyron a real clear info.
Of note, obviously, Tyron Woodley has been in many main events, and he's coming off rounds in all those. First main event for Burns. Burns said his cardio at least been there before, where he's kind of had to feel it out, go through some tough moments.
I mean, Burns said this is... Sorry, go ahead, Daniel.
Nice takedown by Gilbert.
Look at
Burns.
that.
He goes, oh, we're going to wrestle. We are going to wrestle in this fight. I want to make him work.
Into this fight, Tyron Woodley, best takedown defense in welterweight history.
Yes, sir. To be. I mean, we saw in round 1 he just exploded, but that was more just physical to do that, but he timed it well. Obviously very strong, wrestling his entire life. But technique beats power.
Get himself back to his feet.
Using the fence as a barrier to get himself back to... Height's going to win it, and at a point he's got to be head position. When he realizes the posture of Tyron Woodley.
Tyron's going to pummel that left arm in. He's going to pummel that left arm.
Burns. Woodley is back up.
They were 2 heavy, sharp shots.
Got to escape here and mount some offense.
I got to say, the Coatman did a hell of a job because...
I mean, look at the physicality of Gilbert Burns to T-Wood right now.
And has since he came up to 170.
Yeah, this is circle to his left. lift the underhook to try to escape off the side of the...
Burns, you could score that at 10-8, and then if he gets this one, I mean, Woodley back against the wall.
Yeah, it might be a tough position to be in. After being away for so long, too, you know, fighting all those champions, it'll be tough. It's going to test the mental...
Final seconds here. We're back to this.
Yeah, you know, it's great because Henry Hoof's telling Gilbert Burns that if you could touch Duke Roufus is saying he misses with those big kicks, throw your counter, it's there. Or hoping that the traps that are set work in their favor.
I mean, he needs to push the pace more. This is what he's done in the past. You know, he's a little too reserved. Never mind looking to counter. Listen, he's trying to get his belt back. He's a world-class fighter his way, so he's got to go to plan B and say, listen, if I carry on like this, I'm going on these. I want to see this work that he did in Thailand. You know, he talked about it coming into the good shot.
I agree to a point, Mike, but and he's not as far back, you know, so he's got spaced severe as it was in the Usman fight, but he could try to go not 3 rounds.
Dana White said coming into this one, his aggression will bring out the best Tyron Woodley if the chosen
shots. Oh, he's wobbled. That one hurt him, but he's looking for the clean one. You know, it's a fight. You've got to wear them down, big tired, and then get the finish that way.
And had a full-on conversation with Henry Hoof.
Yeah, he was so calm in the corner.
He's a big right hand.
Woo!
And now trying to cut off.
No, you can see the power in it. I mean, if that connects, we've seen time and time again. That one punch, that could put Gilbert to sleep.
But we're talking about...
They want more from Burns. Now goes
left. To talk to him a little bit. Not sure what he said. Oh, here we go.
Stay standing. But certainly cautious, Michael. He knows what's coming back on the other side. There's a right hand from Woodley.
Both. Well, that kick really did some damage to Tyron's leg there. You see him trying to shake it off. The side kicks to the head.
I mean, Gilbert Burns looks phenomenal.
He looks like a world champion.
Yeah, he looks like he belongs with the best of the best.
Coming up on the final 60 seconds of round number 3. Brazilian Burns.
Sorry, pardon me, Brendan, I apologize. Tyron's in this position, you know, it's not a good look. Even if it's even, it looks like Gilbert's controlling the action. Yeah. Octagon control is part of the scoring criteria.
2-1 in the favor of Burns. Nice left hook after the kick.
Those low leg kicks are landing there. When Gilbert Burns misses,
We'll keep it here between rounds. It all down after the main event. That's only on ESPN+.
A finish because it's clear he's down 3 rounds. Round 4, round 1 could have been a stands that.
And this is where those long-standing relationships for Dean Thomas and Tyron Woodley.
Look at the timing on that. Beautiful timing under the left hook, grab the legs, but still the takedown defense of Woodley.
Well, you said it, Michael. Woodley's kind of looking for that one punch. And so Burns kind of, or at least avoid getting clocked.
I mean, you hear Henry Hoof in those clinch position. They want Durinho out and open. Him be...
Back to the fence, but knees to the bottom. Woodley patient there, and now Burns. Not the urgency you'd expect to see from Woodley at this point.
Space if he's going to try to land that right hand that can change the fight for him, or the left to land a strike that is going to be game-changing.
If you see there, a real good shot of his face and like kind of a vacant look, as he's like, man, you can see the frustration.
I think the reality is you got to be very careful. Woodley's not doing what he's supposed to, opposed to how well Gilbert Burns
is. Of course, performance of his life in the biggest fight ever. You know, hats off to him and his entire.
How about the urgency from Burns now?
So maybe the reality is that at this point,
Gilbert talked about a changing of the guard. He talked about this being a generational for the son, and now it's my time to shine. And you know, listen, I don't want to
say that until the final whistle, but I think you do honor the performance to this point.
Sure.
Of Durinho.
The fence. And Burns has gotten really the body, mostly for Burns, but man, he's racking up numbers at all 3 levels. Drops Woodley with a right.
I mean, that was an explosion.
Woodley will try to clear.
I mean, they're not slowing down at all for a guy that has not fought.
At the end of round 1 or round 2, I think it was, he was having a full-blown conversation with Henry Hoof to just sit there, not even breathing heavily. Careful what he does here. Gilbert's trying to take the back. He's going to get the head on, drive it into him.
Burns sinks down into half guard on top.
And Dorino's been able to fight at his pace the entire time. Truly, he is so far out ahead of a former champion in Tyron Woodley right now. Trying to mount him. Oh,
short time.
Oh, that's tight too. Oh.
Woodley, though, can fight it off, and there is the horn.